Hey everyone! Today we're diving into a different kind of movie list, one that's strictly for adults. Forget the rom-coms and superhero flicks, because we're counting down 20 adult movies that are worth your time. From erotic thrillers that'll keep you on the edge of your seat to steamy dramas and boundary-pushing classics. We're covering a range of films that explore desire, intimacy, and sexuality in ways you might not expect. Let's dive in. Number 20, Babygirl. Romy Might is a highly respected businesswoman from New York City, serves as the CEO of a groundbreaking robotics company, is dissatisfied with her sex life with her husband Jacob. She meets Samuel, a new intern, and they begin an affair. The film explores themes of power dynamics and Romy's exploration of her submissive desires. Samuel's presence throws her off, and she becomes addicted to the affair while battling her impulses. Antonio Banderas and Sophie Wilde also star in the film. Number 19, Sex Doll. Virginie leads a double life, presenting herself as a real estate agent to her family while working as a high-priced call girl in London's underground sex trade. Virginie maintains a cool detachment in her work, trading sex for money with wealthy businessmen, but avoiding emotional attachments. Her life takes a turn when she meets Rupert, an enigmatic and tattooed stranger with unclear intentions, at a nightclub. Rupert, who is in the business of rescuing girls from the sex trade, begins to appear at the right time to help Virginie. Virginie risks everything and becomes involved with Rupert, an affair that puts her at odds with her ruthless madam. Number 18, Burning Betrayal. Bobby, a successful accountant, is excitedly preparing for her upcoming wedding to her fiancé, Kaio. However, her world shatters when she discovers explicit photos revealing Kaio's infidelity. Devastated, Bobby decides to reclaim her independence by revisiting her passion for motorcycling, a hobby she had abandoned. During this journey of self-discovery, she encounters Judge Marco Latiae, a charismatic and enigmatic figure. The two embark on a passionate affair, leading Bobby into a whirlwind of sexual awakening and unforeseen dangers. Number 17, Girls to Buy. Emmy dreams of escaping her small-town life and seizes an opportunity to become an exclusive escort. She soon begins recruiting Polish models, actresses, and celebrities to accompany her on lavish trips to the Middle East, catering to affluent clients. As Emmy delves deeper into this opulent yet treacherous world, she confronts its darker aspects and the consequences of her choices. Number 16, Emmanuelle. This film serves as a contemporary reboot of the iconic 1974 classic and is based on the 1967 novel by Emmanuelle Arson. The narrative follows Emmanuelle, a quality controller for a luxury hotel brand, who travels to Hong Kong to evaluate a hotel run by Margot, with the initial task of finding a reason to dismiss her. In this vibrant and sensual city, she embarks on a journey of self-discovery, engaging in numerous sensual experiences and becoming infatuated with Kay, a mysterious client. Number 15, Wild Orchid. The story follows Emily Reed, a young and idealistic lawyer from the Midwest, who travels to Rio de Janeiro for her first international assignment. Emily is tasked with helping her enigmatic boss Claudia Learens close a major real estate deal. As Emily is exposed to the sultry and vibrant atmosphere of Rio, her innocence begins to erode. She meets Wheeler, a mysterious and wealthy man with an air of danger. Emily is drawn to Wheeler's seductive nature and begins an intense and transformative relationship with him. Throughout her journey, Emily explores her own desires, learns about the complexities of love, and confronts her inner fears. Number 14, A Nice Girl Like You. Lucy Neal is a violinist with a meticulously organized life and a somewhat prudish attitude. Her world is turned upside down when her boyfriend Jeff accuses her of being overly inhibited and breaks up with her. Devastated, Lucy begins to question herself and her understanding of relationships and intimacy. In a bid to prove Jeff wrong and rediscover her adventurous side, Lucy creates a bold and unconventional to-do list filled with activities designed to push her out of her comfort zone. From visiting an adult store to attending burlesque shows and exploring dating apps, Lucy embarks on a comedic journey of self-discovery. Number 13, The Voyeurs. The story centers around a young couple, Pippa and Thomas, who move into a stylish apartment in Montreal. Shortly after moving in, they discover that their windows provide a clear view into the private lives of their glamorous neighbors. Sebastian, a professional photographer, and Julia, his model girlfriend. Initially, Pippa and Thomas indulge in harmless voyeurism, watching Sebastian and Julia's intimate moments from their apartment. However, their curiosity quickly spirals out of control as they become increasingly fixated on the couple. Despite mixed reviews, The Voyeurs explores themes of lust, infidelity, surveillance, and the consequences of voyeurism in a digital age. Number 12. Lady Chatterley's Lover. The movie follows Connie, a young aristocrat trapped in an unfulfilling marriage to Sir Clifford Chatterley, a paralyzed and emotionally distant man. Living on the cold, oppressive Ragby estate, Connie feels isolated and stifled. Her life takes a dramatic turn when she begins a passionate affair with Oliver Mellors, the estate's rugged gamekeeper. Their love blossoms in secret, breaking class barriers and awakening Connie to her suppressed desires and need for freedom. However, their relationship faces mounting challenges, including Clifford's growing suspicions and society's harsh judgment. Number 11. Spring Breakers. The film follows four college girls, Faith, Candy, Britt, and Kati, who are dissatisfied with their mundane college lives and long for something more exciting and adventurous. When they run out of money to fund their spring break vacation, they resort to a risky crime, robbing a fast food restaurant to finance their trip. Once they arrive in Florida, the girls embrace the wildness of the spring break party scene, filled with drugs, alcohol, and promiscuity. Their fun takes a darker turn when they are arrested during a wild party. However, a local drug dealer named Alien bails them out and introduces them to his world of crime, excess, and violence. Alien, who is a flamboyant and strange character, becomes obsessed with the girls and offers them a life of indulgence in exchange for their loyalty. Number 10. Pleasure. The story follows Bella Cherry, a young Swedish woman who moves to Los Angeles with dreams of making it big in the adult film industry. She starts out in low-budget adult films, but is determined to climb to the top, gaining the attention of industry professionals along the way. However, as Bella becomes increasingly immersed in her new world, she begins to encounter the dark and exploitative side of the industry. Bella finds herself struggling with the balance between personal agency and the harsh realities of the business. Her journey becomes one of self-discovery, questioning her identity, desires, and the price she is willing to pay for success. Number 9. Deep Water. Deep Water revolves around the troubled marriage of Vic Van Allen and Melinda Van Allen. The couple resides in a secluded estate in Louisiana, where their marriage seems to be based on a quiet and unspoken agreement. Melinda is free to have extramarital affairs, while Vic, despite his deep jealousy and inner turmoil, keeps a composed facade of indifference. As Melinda engages in multiple affairs with younger men, Vic becomes increasingly disturbed by her open promiscuity. When one of Melinda's lovers goes missing under suspicious circumstances, a dark undercurrent of tension rises in the story. As the couple's volatile relationship continues to unravel, secrets, lies, and hidden desires begin to surface, leading to a shocking and unsettling conclusion. Number 8. Secretary. Lee Holloway, recently released from a mental hospital after an incident of self-harm, struggles to adjust to normal life. She takes a secretarial course and applies for a job with Edward Gray, an attorney. Despite being overqualified, Lee accepts the position, stating that she likes dull work. Discovering her history of self-harm, he commands her to stop. Their relationship evolves into a BDSM dynamic, with Mr. Gray giving Lee increasingly bizarre and demeaning tasks, such as retyping entire letters due to a single mistake and retrieving discarded items from the trash. Number 7. Stealing Beauty. At the heart of Stealing Beauty is Lucy, a 19-year-old American girl who travels to Italy to visit the villa of her late mother's friends. Lucy's mother, an artist, had spent much of her life in Italy, and before her death, she asked her friends to help Lucy discover more about her past. Lucy arrives at the villa during a time of transition in her life, as she is on the cusp of adulthood and grappling with her emerging sexual and emotional identity. She is also on a quest to learn more about her mother's life, as well as her own origins. Number 6. Diary of a Nymphomaniac. The story follows Valerie, a beautiful and intelligent young woman in her late 20s who lives in Barcelona. Valerie is open about her sexual desires and embraces her sexuality without shame or inhibition. Her experiences, from passionate love affairs to fleeting one-night stands, are chronicled in her diary, which serves as both a confessional and a record of her emotional and physical explorations. As Valerie navigates these experiences, She reflects on the societal stigma attached to women's sexuality and the ways in which societal expectations often conflict with personal freedom. Ultimately, the film portrays her journey towards self-acceptance and empowerment as she comes to terms with her desires, her past, and her future. Number 5. Anora. Ani, a young sex worker from Brooklyn who works nightly as a stripper in Manhattan, gets her chance at a Cinderella story when she meets and then impulsively marries the son of a Russian oligarch named Vanya. Once the news reaches Russia, their little fairy tale is threatened as the parents set out for New York to get the marriage annulled. So begins 24 hours of stressful NYC mayhem as hired goons pick her up and try to find Ivan. The movie explores contrasts between class, identity, and the challenges of a relationship that comes with societal expectations and family pressures. Number 4. 50 Shades of Grey. The story begins when Anna, a literature student, interviews Christian Grey, a 27-year-old billionaire entrepreneur for her college newspaper. Despite their stark differences, Anna is shy and inexperienced, while Christian is confident and controlling. The two are immediately drawn to each other. Christian, intrigued by Anna's innocence and defiance, begins to pursue her. As their relationship develops, Christian reveals his interest in BDSM and presents Anna with a contract outlining the terms of their arrangement. The contract stipulates strict rules for their sexual relationship, emphasizing Christian's dominance and Anna's submission. Anna, though initially hesitant, is curious and agrees to explore this world with him. The film touches on themes of trust, power, and consent as Anastasia and Christian attempt to navigate the boundaries of their relationship. Number 3. 365 Days. The story centers around Laura Beale, a successful businesswoman from Warsaw who is in a somewhat lackluster and uninspiring relationship with her boyfriend Martin. While on a vacation in Sicily, Laura is kidnapped by Massimo Torricelli, a powerful and dangerous mafia boss. Massimo has a complex and troubling past that drives his actions. Years earlier, he witnessed his father's death at the hands of rival gangsters, and this event left him emotionally scarred. Massimo is immediately captivated by Laura, and he gives her a choice: stay with him for 365 days and fall in love with him, or be released. If you're looking for a provocative film that explores the themes of desire, power, and obsession with a heavy dose of eroticism, 365 Days offers an intense, passionate ride. Number 2. Eyes Wide Shut. The story follows Dr. Bill Harford, a successful Manhattan doctor, who after his wife Alice confesses to having once fantasized about another man, becomes obsessed with his own desires and insecurities. This revelation shakes Bill, leading him on a journey of self-discovery and exploration that delves into the hidden corners of his own sexual curiosity. Bill's odyssey takes him from the streets of New York to a secretive, masked orgy hosted by a mysterious elite group. Along the way, he encounters a series of characters who challenge his perceptions of reality, morality, and his own identity. Number 1. Basic Instinct. The story revolves around Catherine Trammell, a wealthy, intelligent, and sexually confident crime novelist who becomes the prime suspect in the brutal murder of a rock musician, Johnny Boz. Boz was killed in a violent and sexually charged manner, with Catherine's name coming up because of her connection to the victim and her controversial behavior. Detective Nick Curran, a troubled and emotionally complex cop, is assigned to investigate the case. As Nick becomes increasingly involved in the investigation, he forms a complicated and charged relationship with Catherine. She seems to play mind games with him, using her charm and sensuality to manipulate him, while simultaneously being elusive about her role in the murder. Thanks for watching this video, and do subscribe my channel for new updates.